Hello, and welcome to Friday Night's Dungeons and Dragons. I'm your host and dungeon master, Cranio Dad, as we prepare to watch Harlequin's Requital go through Baldur's Gate for Chapter 4 of Horde of the Dragon Queen. See you right after the intro. Hello, and welcome back after our amazing intro. We are waiting for a quick audio check to make sure everything is going as it should.
Hello.
Oh, and there's the audio check. All right.
Yep.
Cool. So, when we last saw our adventurers, they were on a boat. They were on a boat heading towards Baldur's Gate. They had fended off two orcs, a couple alligator crocodiles that were demanding toll as they traveled the river all the way through. A couple days pass, and it's early morning. It's pre-dawn, and you're woken up by the ship's captain, who points out the fact that he went to Akira's bunk and he was missing. In his place, you saw. Let's make it interesting. You saw the amulet that he'd been carrying around, the gold dragon with jade, was the only thing left on his bed at that point. The captain looks at you, gets you guys together, and says, "You know, knowing what we're trying to do, and knowing that to get into Baldur's Gate is a fiasco, I'm making the decision to dock early and get you guys on foot. It'll be easier for you to go in on foot if you're not with a caravan, if you're not in a boat, than it will be to get into the city any other way. There are guards. They like to do inspections. They like to ask a lot of questions. And if we bring the boat on, they're going to have a lot of questions for us. So I'm going to be getting you guys as close as I can. There's a bend in the river that I know about, and we'll get you guys off of here. You're going to be about a half day's away from the gate on foot to Baldur's Gate. That's the best decision I think we can make at this point. And I'll report back that your friend Akira has gone missing. So that's going to make things really interesting tonight. Make that note.
Couldn't we just carry the amulet with us, maybe in case Akira is
Absolutely. He hands the amulet to whoever wants to take it.
Sounds like dead weight to me.
the whole 2 ounces of jade?
So with that, he makes sure that there's already food ready for you guys. You've traveled well enough to know that you are about 2 hours from dawn, before dawn will happen. As the boat slowly lifts off to the shore, and there's a couple of trees that are down, and he lowers a plank and keep going that way along the road. You'll make it there in no time. And you are all well rested. I'm seeing that Eloise and Vander are still showing as though they are damaged. If you guys want to start damage, that's fine.
No, that's
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, you can start damage. You can start 12 out of 41, Josh. That's fine.
I'll take that long rest.
But you're all well rested. And you find yourselves on a cart path that heads east and west. What would you like to do?
Well, since I've at least been through here once before, I know we're heading from... Are we north of the river?
You are on the south side of the river.
South side of the river, okay.
Right.
So I would know we're going to hit the small settlement, try to cross the river, and then we're in like the city that was built up outside of the actual city proper.
Yes.
Okay. Then yeah, I guess we just head towards Baldur's Gate.
All right. Let me bring up my notes, because I got a lot of notes on this one. Okay. So I need to know how you guys are traveling. Are you guys traveling cautiously? Are you guys traveling open? You guys just walking head to the air, looking at the birds? You probably are looking for the birds.
I would say
Like, that sounds
walking normal, like a normal travel pace.
Okay.
I assume we don't see a caravan of cultists around?
No.
Okay.
Nobody has a sign saying with Tiamat?
No. Tiamat or bust? No, you don't. You don't
With
see
the
that.
I heart Tiamat.
Give me a group perception check.
21.
23.
4.
6.
Okay, so dead middle, ish. You guys realize that you're on a travel road. There's signs of travel, but nothing horribly recent. A bunch of little onesies and twosies. It seems to be pretty common traffic. If I had a laser pointer, I could point almost exactly where you were at on the map. If you look at the S in Boulders and go straight south across the river and then go over just a fraction to the east, that's about where you are.
Okay.
Okay.
And this isn't the way we came through on our way south.
No, you guys would have taken the trade route all the way down to Burgos or Burgast and then over to Greenest.
Yeah. Okay.
About around 10 o'clock in the morning or so, up ahead of you, you see a broken cart with obviously a broken wheel, and there are 5 people on it, standing around, kind of waiting for AAA, right? And you guys are about 60 to 90 feet away from them at this point. What would you like to do?
Do we notice anything unusual about the people? Perception check?
Give me a perception check.
That's what I was gonna say.
16.
16. Looks like a merchant and a couple of guards.
21 for me.
About the same.
Okay.
Have they seen us?
Yes. From about 30 feet in front of you out of the woods, a half-elf ranger walks out carrying her bow, and she waves and says, "Hail, our cart has broken down. We're headed urgently to Baldur's Gate. Can we get any assistance?"
Do I know about with a cart how long it would take from here to the city?
It would take you about 2 hours less. So, from where you are now, having traveled and kind of guessing, you would think you are going to probably reach right around dinner.
Okay.
With a cart, you would get there slightly before that, probably mid-afternoon.
Okay. So I'd ask our group, like, do we want to travel with these people? I might be able to help them for a bit. But we'd have to stay with them.
We'll get there a little bit sooner. Might as well help a friend.
Can we do like an insight check or something to see if it's like a deception type thing?
Give me an insight check.
16?
As far as you can tell, they are being honest.
Okay.
I can see it looks like they just have a broken wagon wheel.
Yeah, it definitely looks like a broken wagon wheel. As you're drawing closer, the person dressed as a merchant, says that he was traveling with a very small group. we were trying to get to Baldur's Gate. Fucking wheel broke, man. They took my stuff. They're heading up to Baldur's Gate. They said they'd send me out to repair. That was just about a day ago. So I don't know how much longer they'd be before they get back, but this seems like pure circumstance for us. If you could help us out, if you're going that way, we can take you.
How big is their wheel?
Their wheel is bigger than you. It's a full-size wagon wheel, so because you're 3.5 feet, right?
It's about 4 feet.
It's about 4 feet.
Okay. If I conjure a 3-foot wagon wheel, could we make it work? It's just lopsided.
Potentially, you can certainly try.
So I'll do that. I'll conjure a wagon wheel. It's 3-foot diameter.
Okay, so you guys are agreeing to help.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll just hold it up like,
Well done.
would this help? Can we make this work?
Certainly. He goes, let me see if I can help wrestle off the broken wheel hub. And Josh, what's your passive perception?
Oh, 9.
Your passive is 9?
Yep.
Okay. What's everybody's passive perception? I should know this. I
Okay.
still have it written down.
13.
20.
12.
Okay, Miss 20 over there. You're gonna get a whisper.
Ooh. Whisper.
Because why not? So you guys can pitch the fact that we're doing the giveaways and stuff. So
Yeah, follow Craniodad's channel for a chance at a giveaway at, I think it's every 20 followers. We're giving away some cool prizes.
Including some really cool dice that multiple people in this party want.
Okay. Okay. I am going to make a squee noise. Like, and like, look at you. With a face.
and
that I'm trying to convey
the
something.
merchant is like trying to move around, and he's got a couple of rudimentary tools. And he's trying to take the main wheel hub bolt off.
While you're working on the wheel, I'll
just be like,
do you have something in your eye, sweetheart? Did you lose your voice, sweetheart?
He's able to wrestle the wheel off. Just bring it on over.
Yep, and I do. Yeah.
All right. So at that
My
point,
character wouldn't know what to do.
I don't think mine would know.
The two guards that are with him kind of come over and they kind of help lift up the wagon itself, and it's a little bit too much for them. They say, "Can anybody else help?" We've got our 2 scouts, but they're looking for food and watching for any bandits.
I'm going to have my mage hand help for a little bit. it can't
What's the
be
weight
much.
limit on the mage hand?
10 pounds. Yeah.
So you make some hand motions, and this ghostly Mickey Mouse-esque hand comes out and goes underneath the cart and goes, woohoo! And nothing really. Like, ha, that's adorable. How about you, big guy? And they kind of look at you, Josh.
Okay.
All right.
I'm still trying to like wordlessly communicate with Heloise, and I'm gonna be like pulling at my shirt like here, and look at you, and then look at the guy, and then like.
All right. Can you give me 2 strength checks? And you're going to be rolling for the guards. Josh, give me a strength roll, please.
And
Strength check.
I'm
What's
gonna
the
look at you and be like, do they have
It's
pretty
a-
jewelry or
I'll tell you.
something?
It's a +1.
First one is a 16.
Okay.
Second one is a 3.
Oh, fantastic. He's helping out as much as your mage hand.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Meanwhile,
I'm going to. How close are we to like some bushes or something?
There are bushes that line the entire trail. Josh, what was your roll?
15.
Okay, so you guys are able to lift it up just enough. And that's when they realize that they have nobody with the wheel except for you. So you got to try to wrestle that wheel on there.
Sure.
All right, give me a dex check to see if you get it on the hub.
I'll
I'm
walk
going
with-
to slowly back away.
I'm gonna walk with Torl to the bushes and be like, I guess you got some female problems we need to deal with. Let's
Oh,
go.
okay, sure. We'll say that. Like,
Ten?
you need
Yeah.
to use the
That's
restroom.
true.
Grab
Female
your.
problems.
It's a struggle. You keep. I
don't know.
Crap. Oh crap! Almost got it. Keep holding it, guys. So I need another strength check from the people.
While
who
they're
are
happening, we're out in the woods. So do you want
I
to?
pulled her like behind a tree then.
Okay.
And I'll be like,
19 or a 4.
19 and a 4. Josh,
Wait,
what's yours?
amulet. Like,
No, he has the scabbard under his shirt of the cult. These are cultists.
Oh. Well, shit.
Josh, what was your strength?
So, okay, so if now we know this, maybe we should plan an ambush.
I was. If I didn't communicate with you, I was planning on backing to the bushes and turning into something.
Okay.
Alright, you said it was a 19
Either
and a
that
4.
or I don't.
Alright, I rolled a natural 20, so that should be enough.
And then
Is it maybe
continue to
smarter
hold it.
to
Give me
stay
one
with
more
them
dex
and
save,
learn
or
more?
dex check.
Ooh.
12.
Alright, that's slightly better, and that's just enough for you to actually get the wheel onto the hub. Yeah, let me see what I can do for you, Josh.
What kind of roll?
Strength.
That's a 7.
It was barely enough, but we were able to get the wheel on. And the merchant grabs the bolt and or the nut and starts threading it on. Everybody else kind of lets go. You feel the
All
sigh of relief.
Do we attack or do we learn?
You know, Tora would be on the learn side, but I feel like I would defer to you.
And
All right, is that better, Josh?
Yes,
Okay.
I think
What if
I'll-
I talk like this the whole time?
that's good.
Okay, good.
All right. I think Eloise would kind of shrug and be like, "We're not gonna let those SOBs take advantage of us."
So the wheel is on. The cart is listed to one side, and the merchant's like, "Thank you so much for your help. We're heading Boulder's Gate, like I've already said. Where are you guys going? Can we help you?" And he kind of looks around. Are you guys trying to hide?
We're behind trees.
We're using the lady's bush, okay? So just, you know.
Seems to have a couple of people wandered off, but where are you guys going? Maybe we can get you there.
Oh, we're heading to Baldur's Gate as well.
Fantastic, because we can get everybody mounted up. We can hit the road. We can be there in a couple hours.
Okay.
You didn't hear what Eloise said she's doing.
What are you doing?
Susanna would listen and like learn. Eloise would just go in and attack yelling cultists.
Is that what you choose to do?
Shoot. Why do I have to play a
I
different
mean, you
character
spoke
than me?
it, so
Yeah,
go
I
ahead and
know.
roll your attack, and
Yeah.
I guess everybody can roll initiative
When
on
she
this.
does that, I go
Sorry,
ahead
guys.
and turn into a dire wolf.
Yeah, of course, that's my initiative roll.
Okay.
Ooh. All right, 25 to 20 as Eloise lunges in and attacks screaming cultists.
Sorry, guys. Just playing true to character.
25 to 20, anyone? All right, 15 to 20. Oh.
Oh, wait. Sorry. 18.
All right. 10 to 15.
At 14. It makes sense that you were last though, because you have no idea that like Eloise is just charging in here.
Oh yeah, Josh is frozen on the stream.
Are you frozen, Josh?
I'm frozen on the stream. Yes.
That's all good. It's all
Taking-
good.
Otherwise,
taking
I've
a
been
really
taking
big
the same
sip.
Drink.
It is a really long drink. Really long. Still drinking.
It's been like that for maybe 3 minutes now.
Fantastic. That's how it should be. I might be able to fix that on my end. Let me see what I can do. Nope, can't help you.
Yep. Cool.
What if I do this? That seems to be the thing. I accidentally minimized Discord. Not that we use Discord, hey, what else? But anyway, so we were at 5 to 10.
6.
8.
Jesus, guys. You said What was yours? Hey, we have a new follower. So, these are Dissonant Whisper dice. You guys will see the counter down at the bottom. Right now they're at 5. I'm going to put them up to 6. Thank you, Hero, for following. For every follow or 200 chats until we hit about 50 follows, we will be able to give out Dissonant Whispers. These give the players pre-roll advantage on anything that they roll the d20 for, or they can invoke disadvantage upon me. So add that to your guys' pool. Josh, just so you know, these still do count for you, and there are now 6.
Sweet.
7.
7.
There's 7 on
Should
the
only be
table.
5. There should be 6 on the table.
There's 7.
Give me 1 back.
We meant 6.
No. Give me 1 back.
Boop.
Should I have not said anything? Who would have had that?
But thank you, Hero. We appreciate it. And also, once we get to 40 followers, we'll be able to kick off some more giveaways. The next round of giveaways are for another starter set and for some crazy awesome dice from Ogopogo Gaming. So, anywho, back to the matter at hand. Finish writing your initiative. I mean, it was a big number. So, all right. So, at the top of the order, you get your surprise attack. So, you go ahead and get to go first.
Huzzah! I'm so glad. Sorry, guys.
So, you guys have just helped hold up this cart. You crafted this wheel. You got the wheel on. It's secure. And then out of the bushes comes Heloise screaming, "Cultist, attack!"
Are the people still holding up the cart at that moment?
No, everybody's already let go.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So what's your attack, Susanna?
Alrighty. I'm going for the first cultist that's the closest to me.
What do you mean by first cultist?
Alright, so... Okay, theater of the mind here. So if I'm running towards the bushes, the cultist...
You have 2 guards.
Mm-hmm.
You have the merchant. And you know of 1 scout that you saw earlier, but you were told there are 2.
Alrighty,
I
you
told
got
you
that.
about the guard guy.
Alright.
If that helps. You know,
Yeah.
1 for sure is an official.
I'm going for the first guard that I see.
Okay, good to know.
And I'm going to attack. I'm going to attack with what I'm now calling Mr. T, the dagger, and whip at the same time.
All right.
Natural 20 for Mr. T.
Okay.
Nice.
So that's 12 damage.
12 damage? Noted.
Yes. And whip. 19.
Both hit? Or that hits as well?
And 10.
All right. So as the whip lashes out, you're able to wrap it around his neck and you yank back and you hear the telltale sound of the spine snapping. And one of the guards falls to the ground. The merchant reaches down and draws a sword. And it's like, what the fuck? We just asked you for help. And it's at this point that, as you guys are both in the vicinity where you can see him, as the robes open, you see the telltale tabard of the Dragon Cult. And he is going to lunge at Eloise, the merchant. And he is going to... he's going to attack you with the scimitar a few times.
A few times.
With the way that I drew this out, without advantage. Okay. So the first one is a
Never mind, I didn't call it in time.
19. You can invoke disadvantage on me at any time.
Disadvantage, but you already rolled the 19, so...
No, that's fine. I rolled a 19. If this is lower, then that's lower. It's lower, so it's a swing and a miss. With his other scimitar, it is a 16 to hit.
Miss.
All right, so he swings twice with the scimitar, missing both times. You get to go again because your surprise round is over.
Alright. Alright, I'm gonna attack with whip.
Okay.
And that's a 14.
14 misses. Your whip just kind of deflects off of the layer of merchant's clothing, tearing it a little.
Well, that's very nice. Then as a bonus action, find vulnerabilities.
Okay. None. I mean, there's no vulnerabilities listed on his character sheet, so.
Okay.
Cool. Toral, you get to go.
Okay. So I had
From the lady's wishes.
Yes. Emerges a dire wolf.
Alright.
So she got one guard, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll go for the
To help you guys with theater of the mind, alright? If you guys are coming from the bushes over here, everybody, not everybody, but the wheel on the back left, so where Suzanne is sitting to the table,
yeah.
is the one that the merchant is now attacking Eloise from,
Okay.
with Gidgewitch right back, Brudlum right over here. Then you have another guard, and you have Vander on the back side of it, and the guard that she just fell was over there, and there's a scout this way that you know about.
I think I might run for the scout.
Give me a perception check.
That is a 22.
Okay. Where you last saw the scout, you can kind of make out. An area where they may be about 80 feet away.
Okay. I have a 50-foot speed, so I will go start heading towards.
Okay.
I just worry about them like running and telling more people.
That's not a problem. All right. Anything else?
I think that's it.
All right. So now the scouts get to go. Now where you were running, you can see one about 10 feet to the right
Oh.
from where you were. What?
Oh, now I do. Now I see
Yeah,
one.
about where you about 10 feet to the right of that spot. They now come out of the shadows
Okay.
with a longbow. It is honed in on Eloise,
Okay.
and it's going to take a shot, at least one. With its longbow, that is a 17 to hit.
If I'm at 17, it hits, right?
It hits, yep.
Okay, then yes.
All right, let me do the other shot. That is a 13, so that one misses. So you take 6 points of damage as an arrow pierces into your shoulder. I'm not even going to tell you from where, but from the other direction, 2 more shots are fired. That is a 13 and a 19. So you take another 6 points of damage as another arrow hits you in your leg. And the guard, who was standing next to Vander, is going to draw his sword and kind of just stand there and ready in action. Because he's close enough to the merchant that he's okay. But he's going to ready action to see who does what next. Now, Vander, you're up.
Seeing him ready in action makes me a little nervous. But I'll go ahead and... How many are left?
You have one scout that you know of. You've heard of 2. One guard and the merchant.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and... trigger Night Giver.
Okay, walk everybody through that.
Alright, so now that I have triggered Nightbringer, you see a kind of a shadow surrounding me. At this point, everyone within a 10-foot radius of me is surrounded by that dark shadow, and they have advantage on all saving throws against spells and other magical effects. All other creatures in the radius that are enemies have a DC 13 con saving throw at the start of their turn, or when entering my aura. If they fail the saving throw, they are blinded until they leave it.
Right, so that would be everyone but Toril, the 2 scouts, and that's it.
So they all have a DC 13 con saving
At
throw.
the start of their turn, right?
Alright.
Yeah, at the start of their turn.
Okay.
Everyone else who is friendly has advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects.
The people who are unfriendly don't have that advantage?
Correct.
Okay.
Gage Wish, also known as
Uh,
Brudlum, also known as other DM. Oh, you have another action?
Yeah, let me see. Was that an action to do that? I'm assuming it is an action to do it.
I think it is.
So I will just stand there.
Okay. Well, Brudlum,
So at this point, do I recognize that these are all cultists?
you have seen that the merchant is wearing a cultist tabard, but you have not seen anything from anyone else yet.
Okay. And the merchant hasn't engaged in any combat yet, right?
No, he tried to hit Eloise.
Oh, okay. But hasn't been damaged yet?
No.
I'm going to, and I don't know anything else about the guards, so I am going to cast a spell
Ooh.
Ooh.
at the merchant guy is within 30 feet of me, right?
Oh yeah, he's about 10 feet away.
Yeah.
Not even.
I'm going to cast suggestion
Okay.
and say, you should just stop being a cultist and join us and let us know everything about what the cultists are doing.
Okay.
And I will use a dissonant whisper on that saving throw.
Okay. And is it wisdom?
It is...
Or is it intelligence?
Pretty sure, yeah, it's wisdom 15.
With disadvantage, 17. You saved from a natural 20.
Alright, so nothing happens.
He just looks at you like, ha ha.
He's like, he shakes it off. He's like, what?
And I kind of move and just hide under the cart.
I'll give you half cover. All right, back to the top of the order. Feeling a little bewildered, he's got to make a wisdom save, right, Josh? DC 13?
DC 13. Constitution save.
Constitution save? Oh, I'm glad it was Constitution. That's 13.
Then he's aight.
He's aight. He is going to take... he's going to take a few swings at Susanna. Has enough movement happened? No, not at advantage yet. First one is a 13 on the dice, which turns into an 18. Second one is an 8.
Okay.
So one hit.
Yep.
You take 6 points of damage.
So it's like a pattern.
Now you get to go.
Oh, good. Alright, I'm gonna continue fighting the guy in front of me. And I will use my rapier. So that would be Nene. Wait. And that's Mr. T. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20's a hit.
$12 damage.
Hey,
Okay.
And as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark.
Okay. He's marked.
hey, Michael. I
Yeah.
just looked, and it said it's actually a bonus action. So, can I retroactively just say that I held my action to attack whoever attacks me?
Yes, but you would have lost it at the end of the initiative round.
That's true.
But we could say that.
So a washout.
Yep. All right. Anything else, Susanna?
No, I just realized I could have taken reduced damage 1d6 less because of my Rapier Master, but I forgot to call it.
All right. Toro.
Can I see
You
the?
can. You're about 30 feet away.
Okay, so I'm gonna run up to
Okay.
them. And I'm gonna bite him.
Go for it.
That is a 16.
16 hits.
Yay. And that is 7.
7 damage. Noted.
No.
It's not looking too good.
Okay.
All right. So now the scout that you were engaged with is going to drop its longbow, pull out a short sword, and take 2 attacks with a short sword against you. First one is a 17.
Me?
Yeah.
Yes.
The second one is a 20.
No.
Oh, okay, good to know. You take a total of 10 points of damage.
Okay.
From off in the ether, in the distance, against Susanna, there are 2 arrows being shot.
Boing.
One is a 15.
Miss.
One is a 16.
Miss.
All right, 2 arrows fly.
Not from the one that I'm engaged with?
Correct.
And not from the one I passed?
No, there's only the one that you went towards that was that way. The other one's the other direction completely. You guys haven't even seen it.
Oh.
So does that mean there are...
You said I started running and I passed one?
Where you thought that it was going to be, it
Oh.
appeared 10 feet to the right, so you were close.
Oh,
but you never made
okay,
it in the
okay,
first
okay,
place.
okay.
All right. Now the guard gets a wisdom save. Or wait, right? Wisdom for your fear?
Con.
Con. You rolled a 19, so that makes it a 19.
He's all right.
All right. Having seen you do what you did, he's going to use a spear, and he's going to try to skewer you with the spear.
Good luck, buddy.
That would be a 19.
That hits.
All right.
So
yeah.
I will actually use a reaction to pop shield.
Okay, so that means that it now misses. Okay. Vander, you're up.
I will attack.
All right.
Also, so you know, shield is up for 1 round after it goes up.
Yep.
So until I think it's the start of my until the start of my next turn. I have +5. So I will.
That's okay. You guys are gonna fight a dragon in a second. It's all good.
I will attack with Night Giver for a 16.
16 hits.
And that is 9 damage.
Noted.
And so that's it.
All right. Go Brudlin.
So is Vander like completely obscured in shadow? Can I see the guy who just attacked him?
You're still within the bubble, so you can still see him. Yeah.
Okay. Then I will cast Chill Touch at that guy.
All right. So you're gonna reach out and grab his ankle.
No, I'm summoning a ghostly hand to reach out and grab his ankle.
A ghostly hand reach out and grab his ankle.
That's a natural one.
Oh, that almost hits. Almost. So it's all right. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Still engaged in battle with the crazy woman who came running out of the woods screaming at him. I will let you know the Dragon Claw, who is the merchant, is now he's going to move slightly, like a half of a step, where he's still engaged with you, and now he gains advantage on all of his attacks. So, going against Susanna. The first one with advantage is, thank God for advantage, is 19.
That hits.
The second one is, went from that's a 7. From a 7 to a natural 20.
Okay.
So, for the first one, you take, I'm actually going to roll this because he's going to use his fanatical advantage. He's pissed. You take 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage.
Okay.
For the second one, you take 4, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage.
Boop.
You're up.
All right. I'm glad to have 2 hit points left. For now. So, bonus action, definitely taking a healing potion, and I'm going to continue attacking.
While you're trying to take the healing potion, we're going to do a strength contest to see if you can actually get it to your mouth, because he's going to reach out and grab it with his reaction to try to stop you.
Okay.
Oh God, you better roll high.
Okay.
I'll let you know right now what my roll is before you roll. So it tells you if you want to give me one of those or if you might want to use one of those. My roll for a strength is 18.
Okay. Dirty 20.
All right, you're able to wrench your hand free and drink the healing potion.
You used it.
Oh, right. Sorry.
I'll take it.
Alrighty, so now I'm going with the rapier, aka Nene.
Okay.
19.
19 hits.
Because the guy's got Hunter's Mark on him. Oh, wait, sorry, wrong die. That is 8 damage.
How much?
8.
8. Okay. Looking rough. Super rough. Anything else? Oh, that's right. You used your bonus action. All right.
If you want to give me another bonus action.
I will keep biting the same person.
Go for it.
That is a 19.
19 hits.
And 9.
9 damage. So you reach up and you bite right next to the neck and the shoulder, and you feel the flesh just give way. You rip a huge chunk of her chest out, and there's leather armor scraps and bits hanging out of your mouth, and she screams as she falls to the ground, and she's done.
Good. How far am I from everybody else?
You're about 80 feet.
Okay. Can I use my keen sense of smell and hearing to figure out where the other ranger is coming from?
You can certainly try.
I have advantage on them. Cool. I rolled 10s for both of them. And the +5, so that'd be 15.
15?
Yeah.
No, you're lost in the mire of battle.
Well, can I go like 30 feet closer to the team? I want to get kind of close, but not also where I can still reach the other person if I get a little closer.
Yeah.
I don't know how far they are.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll move like 30 feet a little back.
And as you stop moving to start my next turn, you see about 50 feet on the other side of everyone,
Okay.
another male elf pops out with another longbow, taking shots at Susanna.
Okay. And I would assume it's the one that was. Okay. Okay.
All right, so Susanna, first one,
Mm-hmm.
6.
Okay.
Second one, Jesus Christ, 14.
0 for 2.
All right, 2 more arrows go flying by. The guard has a wisdom, wisdom, intelligence, constitution, strength, dexterity. Help me out, Josh.
Constitution.
Medicine.
Medicine check. Constitution, natural 20.
Yeah.
Get those natural 20s out of me while you can. He's going to try to ram that spear at you again. This time, with some of the damage that he's taken in the flurry of battle, you can see that the vestments he was wearing were very thin and pale, and you start to see the crest of the dragon cult on the tabard below the thinly pieced of cloth that he is wearing. And I'll also say at this point you've had enough time in close proximity that you recognize the merchant now as a thinly veiled disguised version of a dragon claw that you met, whose name escapes me momentarily. Iron Cloak.
Iron Cloak.
Yep. All right.
Was he responsible or a party to my capture?
No.
Okay.
But the guard is going to try to spear you again. With not enough. Not at all enough. 7.
Nope.
All right. Vander, you're up.
I will drop my shield and attack with 2 hands
All right.
with a 22.
22 against the guard.
Yep.
All right. That hits.
11 damage.
You slice his head straight down the middle into 2.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You slice his head in twain. Wow.
And then I will move towards the next closest one to me.
That would be Iron Cloak.
Then yes, Iron Cloak.
Okay.
And I will bonus action Hexblade's Curse him.
All right. That does a -4, right? A minus D4?
No, that's Bane.
That's Bane. Whatevs. I'm just a DM. I'm just a narrator.
Hexblade's Curse. I gain +2 to damage rolls, and I score a critical hit on 19 and 20, and gain 4 hit points if he dies.
Cool. Good to know. Cool, Brudlin.
Yeah, I'll turn around towards the merchant and try Chill Touch again.
Go for it.
Nope. That adds
Like
up
super
to
close.
that adds up to a 9 to hit.
What was your roll?
2.
I'll give you this. You untie one of his bootstraps.
Okay.
He's gonna trip.
He's going to trip and fall. It's going to happen. You are going to be the reason that he dies.
His foot feels a little cold.
He's like, ooh, what?
A chill breeze.
Did I take a damage? No,
No.
but it's
The beginnings of
chilly.
the beginnings of frostbite.
Feeling his bootstrap loosen, he starts to panic a little. And he's going to swing wildly at Susanna, or at Eloise, and now at Vander, who chose not to be disguised and is now being recognized. So, Eloise, the swing against you. I don't know. How many hit points you got?
Well, I took a healing potion, so that helped me.
Oh, great. It's only an 11. Josh, at you, it is a 1924.
That will hit.
All right. Since it hits, he's going to use his fanatical advantage again. Which means I have to roll. I can't just give you guys the average. Though that sometimes works out better. 3, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage.
Eh.
Eh. All right. Eloise, you're up.
All right. Good old whip and nay nay action on the baddie next to me.
All right.
Continuing the trend. 16.
16 hits.
So it's just the merchant and the other ranger left, right?
Yeah.
7 for whip.
All right. Noted.
All right. Nay nay. 16 again.
Hits.
Seven.
Noted. All right. Toral.
Okay, I'm going to finish getting, now that I know that he's on the other side, I'm going to go up towards where everybody else is. And I think I'm going to can I like be running towards them? Once I get close, I'm going to change back from my form, but like keep moving towards, because I want to change out of my form to say, maybe we shouldn't kill him. Let's get some information. And like then keep running.
You
Does that
absolutely
work?
can. Yeah.
And then I think I'm going to. How far would you say I'm from the guy then? So then, like, I'm maybe like.
30 feet at the end.
Okay, cool. I think I want to cast Ice Knife.
Oh, and because it's gonna be interesting story-wise, can you roll me percentile die, please?
16.
16 against the other scout.
Yeah, 16 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
Yeah. Okay.
10.
Okay.
Let's see. And that is 1d10. Okay, sorry. I don't ever use my spells. I just like to be beasts and bite things. So that is 7 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then the shard explodes, and you need to do a dexterity saving throw and take cold damage.
I rolled an 8 total.
Ooh, yeah, you lose. So then you get 6 cold damage from my ice shards.
Good to know.
So bad. The first thing I thought about when you said shards is baby shard. Do 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 do.
All right. So, seeing you shapeshift is going to startle the.
I hope so.
It's going to startle Ironcloak, and he's going to try to spin. I already mentioned the fact that one of his boot clasps has been undone. And I just rolled a 3. So for dexterity, that's only a 5, which is less than a 10. So he falls. I need you to roll a d20 to tell me if he's going to fall on his own sword.
Ooh.
6.
He does.
Critical hit.
Yeah. So he trips and he falls, and like you see this moment where he's like, oh shit, and he's falling, and he looks and he sees you, goes, what the fuck? And at that moment, the sword goes right up through his neck.
Ooh.
You guys are down to just the scout.
Dang it!
Wait, what about the guy I'm still attacking?
No, that's the guy who just tripped and
That's
fell
the
on his
guy
own
who just
sword and
tripped.
sliced his own head off.
Yeah,
There you go.
I was gonna do a non.
Quell Brudlum killed him.
Ah.
So is he like very dead?
He's very dead.
Okay.
He's very. He had 1 hit point left,
Oh,
and
okay.
the least that he could have done to himself would have been 12. So you can try to revivify him if you want, but he's dead.
Oh no, I was gonna try my healing kit that I'm not proficient with.
Oh, nice. Well, I'll let you try. I'll let you try.
Well, not if his head is off.
It's not off, but there's this sword. It starts right here and it ends.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be able
Back
to
there.
say much anyway.
So now we're to Vander.
That was good visuals there.
Am I within range of the scout?
What do you mean by range? 'Cause
To
he can-
move to him.
You're like 50 feet.
You're like 50 feet away.
Alright, then I will move the 30 feet that I have and throw a javelin.
Go for it.
Okay.
Huh.
It's a 14 to hit.
14. It hits. The javelin
Oh.
pierces.
Ooh.
And that is 7 damage.
He is now an angry coxswain, and you see him double over in pain as you guess where the javelin hit, and he falls backward into the bushes, and all you hear is the gasping, gurgling death sounds.
No.
So I bifurcated him again.
You banana peeled him, man.
Perfect.
So, would you like to try your healer's kit that you're not proficient with?
I mean, not if there's
Okay.
not someone who could be.
Then you guys are no longer in initiative.
Alright, so before I start healing myself, is there going to be a long rest coming up?
That's on you guys, not me.
Well, we have a few hours to get to the city, but probably not quite a long rest.
Alright, then I will use up my healing pants, whatever.
So you're going to adjust yourself and heal at the same
Yeah.
time.
I'm going to adjust myself for 15
Your
points.
passive perception was 20. You see a piece of parchment sticking out of the Dragon Claw's belt.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I would loot
You
the.
know
I
I
would-
love me some paper and notes.
So I'll let you guys contest to see if she goes for it first or if you find it by looting first.
Okay.
Oh,
Dexterity.
I want it.
21.
18. No!
We actually have stuff. We have something.
It's like a physical thing. What is this?
Yeah, I know.
So
right?
then I literally go like this. I go,
Yeah.
oh,
wait.
and I'm literally because he's short. I'm just leaning over him, like I'm like twice his
Well,
size
is
anyway.
the only thing he had on him?
He has some other things, but that's the important
Okay.
thing you guys needed to find. So why don't you go ahead and read it for our audience?
Dragon Wing Lemura Ironcloak. I fear our operation may have been compromised with the escape of the monk, Ere Lanthar. Thus we begin the second phase. Our collected horde will be split among a number of caravans, each sent on a different route to the city of Baldur's Gate. Once there, sell your weapons and supplies, secure your part of the horde, and seek our agent, Erivax, Fox Traveler, who will give you further information. The Queen of Dragons will rise again. Worm Speaker Resmir.
All right. You also find, we'll say, 15 gold, and a ruby worth about 100 gold.
Is that just on the Iron Claw or everybody collectively?
That's what you find on the Iron Claw. You guys want to search everyone else?
Yeah, I'll
You said the
loot
ruby was 150?
100.
100.
Yeah.
I'll loot the guard that I killed.
Okay. You find 26 copper, 13 silver.
Ooh. What are you guys doing with that parchment?
Burn it!
I mean, I've got it.
Yeah, when I hear what it says, I just kind of spit on the ground. Just a.
I see that too, like, oh, any other looting?
What's on the cart?
Nothing. As he explained, his cart broke down, and the things that he was carrying were taken by the rest of the people he was traveling with, and they were going to send back out.
So they're ahead of us.
Oh.
So the things on the cart were probably already sold in town
If they got there.
if they got there.
No, they're not selling the Horde. They're securing the Horde.
But
They're selling the
They're
wagons.
selling weapons.
They're
so
selling wagons and supplies.
So the car.
the cart might have had supplies on it that they were trying to sell.
Yeah.
Yes, but we can take the cart and maybe catch up with the others.
If we want any supplies, Baldur's Gate has a surplus at the moment.
The horse turned around and said, "Hi, I'm Maxine." No, I'm kidding.
And it's full circle.
It's full circle.
So they have like the raiment thingies
The
that they're wearing.
vestments, yeah.
Yeah. Is it like a full cloak or is it like?
It's a tabard.
Okay. Debating if I want to keep one. I'll start a museum.
So, what do you guys want to do?
Well, if we want to infiltrate, we can don on the cloaks of these dead folks. Go into the city with this cart. Try to infiltrate
I mean, they would know that we're not.
them.
They would know that we don't have the iron.
Well, I refuse to dress up with them.
I would say, as a point of clarity, they were all wearing disguises on top of these tabards.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we should just take the cart and see if we can catch up with them.
How many horses are there?
One.
One.
No, two. For that amount of weight, there would have been two. What were your horses? What are your horses' name from Wednesday night?
Oh, one of them is like Biscuit. I can't remember the other guy's name.
Alistair?
Yes, Alistair. Alistair and Biscuit. I think that's
So
what it is.
Jameson and Cracker are these horses' names.
Okay.
So
Should we move the bodies
do
off
we
the
need-
road?
do we need the cart or should we just take the horses? Would that be faster?
6 one way, half dozen another. I mean, you have 4 people, one of which is wearing plate, so that's going to be a burden on the horse by itself. You could try to ride the horses two on it at a time, but it would be probably just as effective to take the cart. It's up to you guys if you want to take one or the other.
I mean, it might be more inconspicuous and easy to move around town without a cart. I mean, if we do plate and gnome, that might even out.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's up to you guys.
But if we're going into town, like, if the purpose is to go into town pretending that we're these cultists, wouldn't they be suspicious if we come in without a cart?
We'll say we sold it. They told us to sell the wagons and supplies. That's if we find the people that we go to. There's so many people in town, they're not going to be sitting there watching us come in and be like, that was our cart, or those were our horses.
See.
We're super indecisive, apparently.
I don't know.
Carl
I
doesn't
just
super
want to
care.
see if we can catch them.
I think we don't need the cart. It's broken anyway, and I make the wheel disappear.
Okay.
Okay. Decision made.
Should we move the bodies off the road? Do we care? This is a busy town
I mean, I feel like we're
entrance.
in a hurry. I don't really care who's coming after us.
Okay.
All right, so you guys are mounting the horses. Who is taking the reins of each horse?
I am.
I am.
Animal handling checks.
I was gonna say that I would. So do Vander and I fight with it? Because I'm assuming that we are riding together.
He said first.
I mean, I
We
would.
rock paper scissors it.
You
I would,
absolutely can.
let, I would let you if you want to.
I
I mean,
mean,
I'm not.
are you good at animal handling?
Oh no, absolutely not.
Okay, well then I would kind of give him a look like I'm the animal lady.
All right, animal handling checks, please. Let's see how well these horses take to new people getting on them,
16.
telling them where to go. That's for you, Susanna.
I'm sorry.
You're able to take off at a decent pace.
18.
All right, you guys are able to keep neck and neck. You spend the next few hours on the road, and up ahead you can begin to see the makings of Baldur's Gate, and that's when we're gonna take our break for this evening, because I need to get some more drink, and that's just how I roll. So we're gonna take a very fast break, probably about 5 minutes or so. Or does anybody else need more time? We'll take a break till 9:30. Because I can't do minute on this thing. So, we'll be back in 8 minutes and 14 seconds from now. See you guys in just a moment. Hooray! And now we're actually really back. Hooray. Awesome. Technology is great. So, when we last saw our adventurers, they were moving at breakneck speed towards the city of Baldur's Gate. Just to give you guys an idea of population, census aren't 100% accurate, but there's anywhere between 130 and 180,000 people who live and count on the census inside of Baldur's Gate. It's not a small city. But you guys have been there before. Most of you have. So, as you approach, you find a bunch of small shops, and there seems to be a long queue of anybody on horseback or anybody in wagons. And then a very short queue of people who are able to walk up, speak to the guards. You can see the gate that goes to the bridge going over the river. It's a ways up, but there's a long line forming. And there's criers and things like that that kind of say, line starts here. If you're wanting to enter Baldur's Gate, start here. And you guys are being motioned on your horses to pull in line behind a whole bunch of people. It is coming up on about 3 o'clock, 3:30 in the afternoon.
Now we just get off the horse and go to the short line.
Okay.
We're just gonna abandon the horses?
Oh, they're not our horses. I don't care.
Wouldn't it be kind of unusual if people just saw us go shoo shoo to the horse?
You can give me a perception check.
Not my night. Natural 1.
You do not see the horse trader that is like 50 feet in your position. But the rest of you,
Sorry, I was on mute yelling, "Sell the horses."
yeah, there's a horse trader that you can sell your horses. They understand a quick turnaround. So if they buy a horse from you, they're probably going to sell it within 2 days.
Okay. I would feel better about that than just leaving them there.
And there's a glue factory right next to it, so it works out. No matter what.
Oh.
Good.
Hey, then some kid will get a lot of fun out of that.
Yeah, they can make a lot of paper mache.
You two are horrible.
They weren't a very good band, in my opinion. You're right.
Okay, so, oh, the quips. Yeah, if there's somewhere to sell the horses, then I'm fine going and selling the horses.
Cool. Do you guys want to breeze through it, or do you guys want to haggle?
I don't care about
While they're
the
doing
price
it, I'm
we
just
get.
waiting in line. I'll hold our spot.
Breeze through it.
All right. You receive. Man, horses are expensive.
Yeah.
These are draft horses, so they're not that expensive.
Oh, these are like the best of the best, like
I mean,
stallions.
These are like
fancy Dragon Claw doesn't hang around.
these are like
with,
Cadillac
low level.
Escalade of horses.
You guys receive 40 gold total,
That's fine. Okay.
and and the goblin who you sell to runs off the range.
I'm assuming that.
I mean, you don't have papers on the horses, so it's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, no.
And you, by the time you get to the line, there's about 3 people between you and I'm going to play Ditchwitch all night. I swear I am. And Colbrudlum. Do you motion for them to join you?
Yeah.
All right. Cue jumping. So there's only a couple people in front of you. As you guys get closer, you can see that there is 2 individuals standing in front of lecterns that have quills fiercely writing things. There's, we will say, 17 guards. And there's a long bridge that goes across the river. As you guys queue up, the people in front of you, there is a wagon that pulls up next to you. There's a group in front of you as well. They get asked standard questions: where are you coming from? What's your business? When do you intend to leave? What are your names? And they start scribing the names in the book. It is 5 copper, which is nothing to be processed. It's just a way to help pay the taxes. And your perception's high enough. What was your guys' perceptions?
13.
12 to 9.
So, both. So Josh is the only who's not really paying attention to it. Out of the back of the wagon that pulled up next to you, they pull out a dragonborn, and they immediately say, your kind isn't welcome here. They wrap up his wrist in manacles, and they start carting him off to a cage.
Hey.
You choose to
You guys-
interject.
You guys, well, I don't see this, so I'm actually pointing out something else.
Look at the seagulls. That's amazing. How do they fly for so long? What if I hold my French fry? And then the group in front of you goes through. They're still going through the cart. They're having to open up everything and all that fun stuff on the cart, which is why that line is so long. So there is a gnome who is standing in front of you guys. You could see. You kind of saw the little feet. You're like, hey, wait, hold on. This is kind of cool.
David?
Yes, David the gnome. Come on, man. Why we gotta go there? He looks at you guys and he goes, okay, so what's your business?
We are currently pretending to be Dragon Cultists to track down the real Dragon Cultists. They're trying to summon Tiamat from the 9 Hells, and we need to stop them. It is of utmost urgency for the
His
safety
jaw
of the
just
city.
continues to drop, and he, hey, guys, and he's like, what's this you're saying about Dragon Cultists?
Yeah, I just told you.
Okay, that's an event I didn't see coming. And you guys let it happen. All right, so at that point, you guys find yourselves surrounded by guards with manacles. They're getting ready to arrest you.
Why would the guards try to arrest us? We're not bad guys.
And as you're trying to say that, they say, lower your arms. Let's get you manacled up. The Dragon Cultists are not welcome here.
That's what we're
not.
saying. We're trying to stop them. They are here. We're just trying to get through to find them.
Well, none of them would have made it through our gates.
We are
And
mercenaries. We
at
are
that
here to
point,
kill them.
The closest one, I'll go ahead and actually cast suggestion. Like, you believe our story. You need to help us.
Okay, and that's a
I'll-
whiz.
And I'll throw in one of
I'll
these.
give him guidance too.
And
So
while
you give me advantage or disadvantage. Like, yeah. okay.
Disadvantage on it.
and while Quilbrum's doing that, I'm gonna roll for persuasion to add to this convincing act.
All right, persuasion, suggestion on 1. What are you doing, Josh? What was it you were saying?
Oh, I was telling him that we're mercenaries here to kill them.
All right, persuasion.
I was gonna do guidance on whoever's doing a roll. You don't have to roll for suggestion. It's only he rolls
23.
against
Okay.
it.
Yeah, he was rolling a saving throw.
Oh, okay.
Persuasion 21.
Okay. So the guard that you suggested, kind of like, kind of makes sense. And they say, okay, well, maybe we misunderstood you, but we're on the lookout for folks like that. So what's your business here? Why are you here at Baldur's Gate, and what are your names?
We're just trying to pass through to stop the Dragon Cultists.
So when do you think you'll be done?
As soon as it takes for us to get from this gate to the opposite gate.
Okay, so one day. And what are your names?
What's your name?
I'm Toralvara.
Borrow.
Vander.
Vander.
The beautiful Eloise.
Eloise.
Quobrudlum Jinzelbobs.
And the gnome looks and goes, got it. Writes out, not a problem. He says, okay, that will be 20 copper, please.
Okay, and give me copper.
Alright. No fighting, no use of magic in undisclosed locations. The exit is on the north. The Black Gate is the way out. It is in the Market District. Is that what I said it was called? The Merchant's Quarter. There's a lot of taverns. Best of luck, and get out of my line. And the guards depart. Doors open. Bells chime. Birds sing. And you're able to cross the bridge. Alright, so you go across this bridge. It's long. It's really long. There are guard posts every 50 to 70 feet. And it's wide enough, obviously, for a lot of traffic. You make your way across, and you find yourselves, for those that have been there, you work through the outer city. On the other side, there's a bunch of shops. You're kind of just following the flow of traffic. Now, where is it that you guys are intending to go inside the main part of the city?
I was intending to walk directly through the city and out the other side.
Okay.
Well,
but looking around for cultists or anything that...
Okay.
Well, Leosin told me to give something to someone in the Garden District,
Okay.
so I need to go there.
And Omthar told me to go looking for Eklund at the Missing Raven Inn in the west section.
The west section.
Docks west
Dock
section.
west. Okay.
And also, before we leave the guards, if they did think their defenses were impenetrable, I would show them this letter.
They ask if they can have that letter to get it to the rest of the what are they called, the Flaming Fist, which is their, you would already know the Flaming Fist are their the name for their city guards.
Okay. We've already read this. Do we care about keeping this? I don't think we do.
I probably like accurately transcribed it in my notebook, so I'm fine.
Yeah, I can give it to him.
Cool. Thank you very much, and you see it go into a backpack, and it slides right in. There's not even a sound. But then we work you guys through, and then you get to the interior gate. This gate is it's right south of the Garden District. There's another guard force there with pole axes and things along those lines. So it's a secondary interior defense. There's a high city wall that goes all the way around with guard towers about every 120 to 200 feet. You can see a series of archers and things along those lines, and this is where the population gets really dense. As you guys have been walking through, you've noticed that the cobblestone is worn completely smooth. Those of you that have been there, you're the only one who I don't think would have been to Baldur's Gate, Toral. But the rest of you know.
I've been around. I'm sure. I probably have.
Okay. I mean, it's a central hub. It's been around for a really long time. It all started with the Black Gate, which was the North Gate, and it's just grown in population since then. All trade in and out of Faerun usually finds its way through here, especially heading north. So once you guys cross through the next gate, you can actually need to roll percentile die. Or D20. Okay.
Bless you.
You see another scribe standing there, and he looks at Vander, and he goes, "What's your name, sir?"
Vander Knight.
And he goes, "Okay," and you see him just circle something on the paper in front of him. He goes, "Okay, thank you." And you hear him asking random names as people are going through. And once you guys get through, there's a long city street, and then it opens up, into a thoroughfare that continues east and west, and there's a big signpost in the center, and it's pointing out the wards, and it says to the north is the Garden District, and the, what's that called? The Wide. Straight ahead is Docks East and Lower City, and it's kind of, that's basically all it says from right there. What do you guys want to do?
I mean, I would, not knowing that you guys have other stuff you want to do here, I would just keep going towards the upper city.
Well, I'm sure we've talked about it on
Yeah,
our
you guys will
channels.
talk about it
Like
with
you
the
would have
files.
known like
Okay.
where that
Like, it-
Leosin told me to go somewhere here for somebody, and
And just to be clear, the name Elianthar, that's Leosin's first name.
oh, so that's who they're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So where do you guys want to go?
Hmm.
So I guess we're going to the Garden District.
Okay.
That was
Well-
assigned for that.
Toril and I, we have specific locations to go to.
And you both would know that they are on opposite ends of the city, so that's why I want to know where you guys want to go first.
So we're coming in kind of from the southeast.
Mhm.
So I think one of them is in the northeast and one of them is in the southwest.
Yes.
So we're closer to the northeast one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess
Well,
this.
I'm looking for the dancing deer.
Okay. Give me a history check, all of you.
15.
19.
10.
12.
All right. You have a pretty good idea where the dancing deer is. You've got a rough idea. You kind of remember, but you're not sure. And same for you, Josh. You kind of know that there's a bunch of inns and taverns on a couple of blocks. You can't remember what the names are of any of them because you guys probably didn't spend a lot of time there.
Okay.
So you guys move north. As you get closer to the Garden District, I want to kind of describe the city in its entirety. So this is houses stacked on top of houses, stacked on top of shops, right? So the houses all lean in and they're built on top of each other. The streets are very wide. They're designed for travel. The sun is beginning to set. So you see a bunch of people wearing tabards that have little lamps on them going around and lighting all the gas lamps and the lanterns. So the street lights are starting to come on. As you get closer to the Garden District, there's a very good, warm fragrance that seems to fill the air, almost like honeysuckle. There seems to be greener grass, and trees are interdispersed throughout the buildings with little fairy lights, like what we call fairy lights, but like what Christmas lights, kind of, sort of, on the trees itself. There's actually fountains. You haven't seen a lot of public water besides the public water that runs along the street.
Ew.
But it's definitely it's almost like being in the woods, but in the city.
Cool.
You kind of have it narrowed it down to about a block. So let's do percentile die to see how long it takes you guys to find the dancing deer.
20.
Does not take you long. By pure chance, the guy is kind of like, yeah, there's somewhere over. It's over here somewhere. He looks where he's pointing and he sees this deer that's on his hindquarters as a statue outside of a building, and it's slowly turning by some magical means, almost like a ballerina dancer in a music box. And there's the Dancing Deer Tavern.
I would just look around as we're going for any kind of bookstore or magic shop, if one exists.
Give me percentile die, I will resolve that.
87.
There's been sporadic bookstores. We've passed a library, bookstores. A lot of the shops are beginning to close.
Okay.
So,
I had an opportunity to go in and see if they had any spell scrolls or anything like that.
yeah, we can resolve that.
Okay.
We'll get there. Okay. So you guys find yourselves out front of the Dancing Deer Tavern.
I'd go in.
All right. So you find yourself surrounded by the woodsy folk, like the lumberjacks and the hunters and the trappers. It's not a huge. It's not a huge tavern, but there is 2 bartenders, probably a half dozen tables. There is a what are they called? There's a tiefling playing on the piano.
Ooh.
And you know, it seems to be a decent crowd. They've got food prices posted. You guys are realizing you're starting to get a little hungry. What would you like to do?
I would probably approach the bartender and ask him if he knows if Karnan is in tonight.
He's in the middle of like helping a few other people. He goes, "Yeah, look, hey, Karnan, and from down the hall a little bit, and almost sounding like it's upstairs. You hear, "What? What do you want?" And he's like, "There's somebody asking for you." And the deep voice kind of threw you off, because down walks this very slender wood elf female, and she's like, "Who wants me?"
Bow chicka bow wow.
She's got long brown hair. She's got like vibrantly green eyes. There's freckles that dance across her face. Her armor is dyed different hues of greens and browns. There are animal like skulls pushed into the leather as imprints. She's got a flowing belt that looks to be made of different animal skins. There's foxtails that hang off of her cloak. And you can see that she's got a long bow and a couple of daggers, and it looks to be a short sword. As she comes down the stairs, she moves very smoothly down the stairs, and she's looking at the bartender. She's like, "Who asked for me?
I did.
Who are you, and how can I help?"
I was sent here by Leosin.
Okay.
I have something for you. Is there a place?
Let's go in the back. And she glides back up the stairs, and she just kind of beckons.
I glide as well. That's
Okay.
fine.
Anybody else going with her?
Did she
Yeah.
beckon for all of us, or just
She
like?
just made eye contact with Coral. That was it.
If I see her going alone, I'll summon Raymond to follow.
We have Raymond. Where's the emote for Raymond?
Kitty.
I don't have him here yet, do I? No, I don't. I was gonna put Raymond in the emote. So you suddenly feel Raymond appear, is walking along with you.
Okay.
Are you going with?
I'm staying at the bar, flirting with the bartender, having a drink.
Vander?
I'm going.
Okay. And you're gonna hang out at the bar?
I'll hang out. I'll order some food.
Okay. Standard fare. It'll cost you guys like 5 silver to get a plate of food and a drink. For those of you that are there. So Karnan leads you upstairs, and there's a 3 doors, and she opens the door that's on the right, and she just kind of, "Come in here. We can talk in here." And she looks, and she sees Vander coming. She goes, "Is he with you?"
Oh yes, he's fine.
All right, that's fine. And you walk in, and it is an office. And there's a desk with books and animal hides and skins and all sorts of stuff, and
Ooh.
traps and arrows and a couple different bows.
Do I see any dragon meat things?
And she goes, "Okay, you got to be careful when you're talking about Leosin. What did Leosin ask for you to do, and how do I know that he sent you?"
Well, I'm a colleague of his, and he asked me to give you this and said that there was something for me in the gift as well, so I can give you this
All right.
so you know that I'm from him.
And this is the, where's it at? I remember it's a velvet pouch, right?
Yeah, I just wrote down package, and one part of it is for me.
Right.
But I
gotta
was
find
not to open it until Karnan opened it.
Where is it? All right. So it's a package, and on that package, she bites her thumb and she pushes on the top of it. She's just eyeing you the entire time, and you see in a flash the symbol of the Harpers appears, and she kind of finally relaxes a little bit. She goes, "Okay, good," and she opens it up, and there's inside of it there is a velvet pouch, and she opens it and she goes, "This must be for you," and she hands it to you. And the other thing is a packet of papers that she takes, and she just puts it in her desk drawer, and you hear the lock of the drawer, and it goes away. And she goes, "So, if he sent you, and this is what I think this is," she goes, "Is this pertaining to the dragon problem that we're beginning to see?"
Yes.
Um,
That's what we're here for now.
what I can do for you is I can get you in contact with somebody who might be able to help. Down near the low lantern is the Forgotten Goods stall. Ask for Hoxphia Galathorn.
Hoxia Balafor?
Hoxphia, H-O-X...
Hoxia.
Yeah, Hoxipha, Galathorn.
Galathorn. Okay.
And she'll be able to help you. Let her know that I sent you, Karnan Windsweeper, and this has to do with dragons.
Okay,
And,
thank you.
she kind of looks at you and she goes, "Do you know much about the Little Lantern?"
No.
And
No.
she looks at Banner. She goes, "I think if he's with you, I think you'll be okay." But down on the northeast side of the harbor on Stone Shore Street, there's a boat that has been permanently docked and converted into, we'll call it a den. It's pretty well known for drinking, gambling, prostitution, and the occasional murder. So go there with your wits about you. Take your weapons and take a lot of coin, but don't get caught.
That sounds like a terrible place. Eloise will love it.
If Eloise were there, she would say something along the lines of,
But she isn't, so she can't. Oh.
No, I'm straight up talking behind your back.
And she goes,
If only
"If you
I could
need
do
to
a
eat
perception
before
check."
you go," and she hands you this wooden token that has a symbol of Harper's on. She goes, "Slide this to the bartender. Your meal is on me." And she
Oh.
goes, "And yours too."
Thank you.
Looking at Vander.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
Okay.
I'm looking for what's in that freaking pouch. I can't remember.
Yeah, well, I'm about to open said pouch, so you better hurry.
I'm going as fast as I can.
I can wait till I get food then. That's
Okay.
fine. We can sit down. So, like, are you guys already down and eating food?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is,
I
do you have,
probably
like, a
didn't
booth
eat
or
much-
something?
I probably didn't eat much of the food because I was watching and listening through Raymond.
Ah,
So when
okay.
I do that, I can't
Okay.
see or hear myself.
Ah,
oh, I was just talking to the cute bartenders at this point.
okay. Well, I'll come down and then I will order something and I'll pass.
I'll say that you opened this up there because it felt heavier than what you thought it would be.
Oh, okay.
I
I was planning on opening it as
Right.
we're walking down the stairs.
It contains a magnificent ruby.
Oh.
It's worth about 1,200 gold.
Ooh,
Okay. Why is he giving that to me?
we got stacks on stacks.
Okay. All right.
So you guys make your way down. Do you present your tokens and eat?
Yeah.
Yep.
You're now poisoned. We'll say that over the next half hour or so, you guys are able to eat, get nourished, get rested a little bit, and you are ready to do what you choose to at that point. It is now, we'll say 8 p.m. The sun has gone down. The streets outside are not nearly as full as they have been. There's still definitely people. Think New Orleans on a Wednesday, not a Friday. And the gas lights are all up, and there seems to be a nice warm glow across all the streets. What would you like to do?
So I would have relayed. Well, oh no, you already heard through the
Yeah.
cat.
Would you have related to me
Yeah, I would.
during dinner?
Yeah, I would
Yeah,
relay
you definitely heard all of that through
that
Raymond.
that there's someone that can help us.
Would I know from where we are in the Garden District how long it would take to get to the Docks West End from here?
Give me a map check. No, give me a history check.
This ain't gonna be good. 4.
It would take you somewhere between 2 and 6 hours based on that 4 roll.
Okay.
There's a way to get over to the Docks West. You would know that there's the final gate that you would have to go through, and you know that there's only a few points to get in through that final gate to get to Lower City, Docks East, and Docks West.
Mm-hmm.
But you figure it might take a couple hours.
Is
Okay.
the Low Lantern also on that side of town?
Yes.
Okay. So we can just head in that general direction then?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, if we both have place to go in that general location.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you guys want help. Are you guys...
It's on you
What do
guys.
you guys want?
We went over here as a group. I think we should go over as a group.
Yeah.
So where are you guys heading?
We can do your thing first.
Yeah, let's go to the
Let's
Docks
go to the
West
creepy
End.
place super late.
Perfect, as you should.
Midnight or later.
So you guys make your way out of the Garden District. You make your way southeast, and then a little bit more east, and then you get to a gate. And this is where you guys realize that you are kind of in the good area, because the guards are on the other side of the gate, checking people who come in, not the other way around. There's no queue. You guys are able to make it through just fine.
If we head into a crowded and or sketchy area,
Mhm.
I will conjure basically like a lockbox, a tiny one, to go around my coin purse.
Okay. Good call. You guys move your way through Lower City. You pass by, a couple of places of ill repute. The lamps are now red instead of the nice warm orange. You're in the red light district of the area. You make your way over towards the east, and you get to Docks. Or make your way west, and you get yourself to Docks West.
When we went through the Red Torch District, did we happen to see red velvet?
Red velvet pouches? No. You
She works there.
give me perception check.
20.
I will say that as you're going through the Red Torch District, you're kind of taken aback by just the scenery of the area, and this figure walks up to you and starts to caress you, and gets close to your ear and says, "They call me Red Velvet. How are you doing today? Do you want to play with my pouch?"
Please don't touch me.
Oh, their hands are all over you.
Stop touching me, please. We need to walk faster.
Okay. So that's what you get, Josh. And you make it over to Docks West. Now give me a history check to see how well you guys can find the location you are looking for.
19 again.
8.
14.
Oh, what are we doing? Sorry, I got
History.
that is 19.
All right. A couple 19s definitely helps. As you guys get down to Docks West, I can close that because that's driving me nuts. An extra tab to click through. You get down near the water's edge. You see, you can see what some of you know as Commerce Bay. All the rest of you will just know it as Strays Bay. There's the island with the keep out in the middle. There's a couple of docks that jut into the river, and just off of the docks there is is this an inn or a tavern? This is a inn. There is a large towering structure where the lights seem to have a bluish glow to them. The sign hanging from the outside is very well maintained and has a picture of the classic raven. And the raven is missing one of its wings. And it says the missing raven Inn. As you enter the parlor, there is a attendant at the desk. There's a couple of guards, and there's a couple of tables with a few people sitting at it playing cards.
I will go up to the attendant.
How can I help you? Would you like a room for a lot of you?
Nevermore.
Josh is gonna get
Sorry.
you all killed.
Apparently.
Sorry, just quoting the Raven.
Oh, jeez. And the attendant kind of looks and goes, I haven't heard that one before.
Nevermore, right? Sir, is there a man named Ackland Selban here?
He goes, well, that would be me. How can I help you?
I'm a new member to Order of the Gauntlet. I was told by
And he
Onthar.
just holds up his hand and he goes, okay. And he kind of looks you over and he just kind of like looks down and you can see that he's wearing, there's almost the same color of his vestments, is a gauntlet embroidered on his chest. He goes, okay, how do I know?
Onthar would have given me another. He would have given me the.
You never asked for one. You never agreed to it.
I didn't. No, that's
you said
true.
you would think about it.
No, that is not true. If you look at the video, I agreed with Onthar that I would join the cult in tribute to my dead husband.
Oh, then he would have given you a coin with the gauntlet symbol on it.
Then I present the coin.
He goes, okay. And he, Sebastian, and this guy comes out. And he goes, yeah. He goes, can you take the desk for me? I need to talk to some potential clients. And he says, sure. And so he takes you. He goes, just you, back to the office.
Okay, I go with him to the office.
You saying Raymond?
Raymond will follow in.
Okay. You and your cat. He goes, since Othar sent you, my direction was to let you know, and he's like holding up a letter that he received from Othar, that we do have a contact that may be able to help get you along your way for what we're trying to do to stop the Dragon Cult. Unathane Fairmantle. You'll find her at the Forgotten Goods stall on the dock near the Low Lantern. Do you know anything about the Low Lantern?
Sounds like a place of high repute.
Quite the opposite. Make sure you take your weapons with you and keep your wits about you. But we have a couple of contacts that we work with a few other factions there. And Unathane will be able to help you. Make sure you give her the coin first to let her know that you are with us, or else she will not treat you as such.
Can you tell me what Unathane looks like? Who she is? Just so like when I just don't casually present a coin to a random person.
Yeah, she's
Or troll
she would stand out in most places, but not very well down there. She has a bit of drow in her, and her hair is shockingly white, and her eyes are very vibrant green. Her skin is very pale, but you can tell that it's Unathane because you'll see the scar that goes across her right eye.
Scar. That's right eye.
Yeah.
What race is she?
She's a half elf.
Okay. Does she work at this place of well repute?
Yes, her and her wife.
Ah. All right, a little bit of work and play, I see. I can admire that. All right, that's
But she'll definitely be able to help you get to the next part. Best of luck.
Do you know anything beyond that?
I know nothing beyond that. She would be the contact.
Unathor?
Unathane.
Unathane.
Unathane Fairmantle.
Fairmantle. Half drow elf. Okay. Alright, good sir. May I have the coin back?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Any other tips you can give me to make sure that it's her?
Just make sure you're at the Forgotten Goods stall.
Okay. Where is the Forgotten Goods stall?
It's just off of the dock near the low lantern.
Okay.
You won't be able to miss it. If you see the low lantern, just look around you.
Alright, good sir. Thank you kindly.
And he kind of, as you're walking out, he kind of points out the door, and you can see over by docks east. There's a ship that doesn't seem to be actually docked. It seems to be more on the land than it is anywhere else, with a bunch of green and orange lights all over it. He goes, "That's the little lantern. Be safe."
All right.
And you would have heard all this.
Okay.
Okay. And if you need a room for the night, just let me know. You guys can have a room on us.
Probably.
Mm.
No, I'm right. We're gonna stay the night. We're not gonna. I'm sure we would.
So the ship that's on land, like it's within easy walking distance.
Yeah.
All right. I would tell Vander and Torel what happened, and say our next contact's over there.
So that's the same place my contact is.
Yeah, my contact's a girl who likes to work, so to speak.
Well, I'm thinking my contact is probably your contact's wife. Based on that. So,
I'm just going where you guys go.
yeah.
And
I mean-
Ackland kind of says, just so you know, they're only open at night.
Well, it's night, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like probably at this point 9-10 o'clock.
Yeah, it's getting closer to 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's go over there then.
Would you like rooms for whenever you're done? I can have them ready for you.
I'm assuming yes,
Yes, please.
right? We
And
stay the
how
night and
many
leave early in
rooms?
the morning.
One per person here if you got the
We
space.
can make that happen. Just see me when you get back, and I'll give you your keys.
Thank you. Alright, let's go to our floating ship of good repute.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. You guys make your way through. You're definitely where there are much more drinkers as you move along the docks. You come up upon the dock where the dock nearest where the low lantern, as pointed out to you, is stationed. And just off the dock and to the east is a shop that has a single lamp lit outside of it. Through the darkness of the evening and the dim light, you can see that it says Forgotten Goods.
Oh, Forgotten Goods, that's sad.
And there's a bit of a crowd where you guys are.
Would we be able to see, like, through the middling crowd, like, are they looking at, like, particular people?
No, there's just a bunch of drunks and party goers, and there's a heavy traffic going into and out of the low lantern.
Okay.
So how do we like walk through here with like our wits about us?
It's on you.
Well, can we just be like super aware? Do you want me to do like a perception roll?
Yeah,
Make
you
sure
can perception checks.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a passive perception of 20, so I feel like I would know everything anyway. But okay. So that is a 17.
Okay.
Alright. And mine was an 18.
All right. Anyone else?
15.
Okay. Just shaking your head, Josh.
No.
He is transfixed, harkening back to Red Velvet.
I'm so confused about what's going on.
Good.
I don't know how I got here.
So you guys make your way to the shop.
Yes.
All right. As you open the door, there's a little bell that rings. You look in front of you, and there's shelves with some things with tags, some without. It's just a random collection of stuff. And there is a counter with 2 curtains on either side, one blue, one red. And there's a bell that says "Ring bell for service."
But before we do that, I go to Quill Brutalum. Hey Q. Question. Could Raymond go through those curtains, and could you be able to see if our contacts are behind the curtain? Could Raymond report back?
We can try. I don't know if I know your contacts, but we can see.
I'll give Quill Brutalum a description of my contact with the piercing green eyes, the very white skin, the scar.
And as you're talking about this, she walks out.
Nice.
As you're talking
gonna say,
about it in the shop.
But I was being very subtle.
Can I help you?
Raymond sees her.
Can I help you guys?
And I say, yes, ma'am. I hope, and I very quietly kind of shield and
Is it
Present-
busy in here? Are there
No,
other people?
you guys
in
are the
there?
only people in
Okay,
there.
yeah, we're the only people in here.
I very quietly show my coin with the Order of the Gauntlet on there and say, I was sent here by my mentor, Onthar.
And as you say that, she holds her finger. She goes, "Not a problem." She goes, "Oh, love." And another woman walks out. And she goes, "Yes." She goes, "We have guests." And she goes, "Oh, okay." And you see her just snap her fingers, and you hear the door lock behind you. She goes, "Now we can continue."
And I would, at this point, probably assume that she's who I need to speak to, and I'll say, yes, Karnan sent me.
She goes, "Oh, really? How can we help?"
Well, they said you could help us with dragons.
So you are those folks. What do you know? Maybe we can help you.
During their conversation, is there a place where I could become out of sight and just kind of sit for a while?
Yeah, absolutely.
I would do that, and I would cast Detect Magic as a ritual.
Okay. You'll have plenty of time to do that. This conversation might take a little bit. It's 10 minutes, right?
Yep.
Okay.
We know that they are trying to raise Tiamat
Yes.
and creating a dragon army.
Okay.
And I would say, Tar, show the note that we got from the cultist that we just killed.
Oh, no. Quilberlin gave it to the people.
Would you transcribe it?
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, yeah, I could show them.
Okay. So you show them the transcription of the note,
Of
Yeah.
the note.
but not the actual note.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And while doing that, can I roll for persuasion to say that this was an actual note?
Well, just so we know, when I said transcribe, I mean literally I would copy I would mimic the signature, the writing style and everything.
Okay.
Can I roll for persuasion?
And I would
certainly try.
draw the drawing behind it. It would literally look like this sheet of paper, but in my notebook instead.
You see the letter again? I don't even remember.
Alright, I can't
And did you write it in your notebook, the actual dragon scale notebook you got last week?
No. not
Okay,
in that.
your actual notebook.
My notebook that has all sorts of other every little tiny detail ever about anything dragon. I probably have several.
And I would talk.
Volume 13.
And while that's happening, okay, let me first roll my persuasion roll. Natural 20, so 25.
Okay. Good to know.
I don't like that smile. Anyway, I would describe our previous adventure going into the cave, how we rescued some dragon eggs, Twirl's notebook.
By that point, your detect magic has gone off. You see that both of the ladies are carrying daggers that are glowing. One of them has a necklace that glows. There's a couple items on the shelves. There's a tankard, and there's a spyglass that are also both glowing. Everything else just seems pretty normal.
The necklace, do I know anything about if it is like something that provides like a buff, or would it be something like a necklace of fireballs or something that
That's
he's afraid of?
It's a buff.
Okay.
Alright.
I mean, I would mention.
Like, is this like a shop?
Yeah.
So it's those two
Think of
items.
Goodwill. That's
So,
where
so
you're
those
at.
things on the shelves, I would like go up to them, like look at them, and
They have price tags on them.
okay.
One is 5 gold, one is 10 gold.
Okay.
The spyglass is 10 gold.
I mean, I would tell them because I know about Severin.
Okay.
So then I would say that and about how he's leading them.
Alright, and she goes, one of them goes, interesting. So, Arvex Fox Traveler runs the Fox Traveler Safe House up in the Market District. If they are looking to pass through, they would be best off joining one of the caravan parties that travels north every 10 days. Because of how unsafe the roads are, because of the merchandise that flows through here, many merchants band together and travel as one large caravan. These caravans range in 10 carts to 40 or 50. The next one leaves in 2 days. So if they're already here, they're either hanging around the Fox Traveler Safe House and waiting to go, or they will be preparing to leave and by other means with this caravan. It's the only way to leave the city is through these caravans if you're in carts. Because the city does not want to take any responsibility for anything that happens within a day's travel to the merchants or to the goods that are being traveled. It's part of the guarantee that they have with merchants. So what we could both suggest, we could suggest that you guys reach out to Hogren Bristle Furry, and they both hand each of you a metal coin. They look completely different, but with the same intent. Present him with these coins, and he will get you in front of the Taskmaster's stand to get you hired on as guards for the next caravan.
And Bristlefur, what is he?
He's a dwarf. He's got a long gray beard. He's pretty easy to find.
Where did you say he was? Sorry.
He's usually found hanging out around the Taskmaster's stand, right next to Black Gate during the day. At night, he may go home. He may go out drinking. He may go out perusing. He may be in the Red Torch District. But he's one of the only dwarves up there. If you start asking around for Hogren, everyone knows him because he has got the in with the Taskmasters to get the people hired. So if you present him with these coins, he'll put you at the front of the line. I don't know if he can get you hired. That might be on you. But he can at least make sure that you are seen and that you are evaluated as guards. We think that if you guys were to travel with him as guards, you might be able to learn more.
All of us as gods, not just
Yeah.
the two of us.
We are assuming that all of you are together. You all walked in together.
Yes, correct. I just want to make sure that if we present 2 coins, that it's not just for 2 of us as gods.
She says, okay. And we will say that Huxfia kind of like moves her hands around and 2 more coins appear. And she hands them to, well, you're off in the corner. Your enchantment's finished, so you're she slides them across the counter to you guys. These are for your other friends, so you now have 4 coins.
Yeah, I took the 2 items. I'll make a purchase.
Okay. She goes, we can deal with that when the shop reopens in just a few moments. But they they kind of just laugh and joke a little bit, and they part of the conversation also entails the fact that you find out that they are agents of both of the factions, that they work together as part of a consortium, that this is their station, that they are able to learn a lot of information about what goes on from where their current location is, and no one really knows what they do. They just know that they're a married couple that likes to find things and sell it. So a lot of things cross through, and that if you guys are ever back in Baldur's Gate, to come see them, and they will let you know anything that they have known on. Is there anything else we can help you guys with?
If we get as gods in this caravan, any advice so that we can remain inconspicuous as gods? Might have had a little episode earlier where it was a bit forward and killing some people.
I mean, the tradeway is not a very safe route of travel.
Mm-hmm.
So if you stick with your assignments and you do what you can to protect them, nobody will bat an eye. If you don't do what you're being paid to do, everyone will notice and people will start asking questions. So be careful about anything too forward.
Like, what are they actually shipping as cargo in their caravan?
We have no idea. You talking about the cult?
Yeah.
The Horde, I'm sure.
It's probably their treasure hoard. Probably a lot of items. They've been, for the last few months, they have been going on a rampage all over Faerun, collecting treasures, gold, jewels, everything they get their hands on.
Well, sounds good. Sounds like we will be here for a couple more days than we thought.
Sure. And
I'm looking for Dragon Cultists to kill. That's really all I'm looking to do.
we wouldn't advise you committing murder within the city province itself. But the Coastway Road between here, oh wow, I looked at the wrong number. I know it's a couple months travel north.
Well, here's the deal. My sword likes to consume the blood of Dragon Cultists, and if he goes too long without it, he gets a little angry. So it would be really good if I could find some Dragon Cultists.
Well, then we would suggest you carefully check out the Fox Traveler Tavern.
Sounds good, thank you.
I like how you're very politely saying, thank you for telling me where to kill people.
He's a polite guy, you know?
If there's not anything else, I see we have a purchase waiting. All right, and then she snaps her fingers again. You hear the door unlock, and now you guys may not have realized it at first. Now you can actually hear the sounds from outside. The door was locked; you couldn't hear anything. Cone of silence.
Mm-hmm.
I'll look at the things that you are purchasing. I'll let you know shortly.
Okay. Yes, I'd also ask like if they knew more about what they were.
They say that you might find these items intriguing, and I'll tell you why in a minute.
Okay. You said it was 15 gold.
Yeah. Does anybody else want to make any purchases or look around?
Is there anything dragony?
Give me a percentile.
And are there any spells?
There's no spells, but there are a couple of healing potions on the counter.
65.
65. Yeah, there's a little wooden dragon figurine. Actually, it's black onyx dragon figurine.
Oh. I don't know if I'd have room for something like that, but I appreciate it, and I look at it.
I'd be interested in
How long does your spell last?
10
10 minutes, right?
I think it took 10 minutes to cast, and then it lasts for 10 minutes.
Okay. As you kind of see the black dragon, and you kind of go, "Oh, that's cute." You take a look, and this is the tail end of your spell. The tail end of the 10 minutes. You finally can see it, and it glows.
Or how much was that?
150 gold.
I'll buy that too.
Okay.
I'll inquire about the healing potions and ask if they have any maps towards known orc hideaways.
We don't carry any maps. If we find them, they're usually already destroyed. But we do have some healing potions, yes.
I'll inquire about the healing potions.
They have 5 healing potions. 3 are marked at 100 gold, and 2 are marked at 200 gold each.
Would I know what type of healing potions those are?
Yeah, they are standard healing potion and a superior and greater healing potions.
Would they buy these gems? I've got 2 semi-precious gems.
They can take a look at them. The semi-precious ones, I think, are worth like 25 gold each. They offer you probably 10 each.
Sure, I'll sell those back.
Okay.
So I get 20 gold back.
Vander, you want to buy anything? Are you muted?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm not looking to buy anything.
Okay.
I didn't take any money.
All right. So Susanna, yeah. Which ones would you like to buy?
I like to take 2 of the standard healing potions, and I'll sell 3 of my semi-precious gems.
Okay. As you reach for your coin purse, you find that it is gone. You have no money and no coins or no gems. You were pickpocketed.
But I was doing a passive perception the entire time.
At the very bottom.
Okay.
So you have no coin, no gems.
Oh, good.
Black Viper!
You find a note. The Black Viper strikes again.
Nice.
I will assume that diamond is in a different location.
It is.
Yeah. So you still have that, but you don't have any coin.
Okay.
Can I check my pockets?
Yeah.
What do I check?
Give your perception check.
Okay. Now she makes me worry. 18.
You're fine.
Okay, good.
I mean, your passive perception is 20.
Yeah, I was like,
didn't-
I don't
didn't
know
roll
how
higher
so.
than that. I didn't roll higher than that at any point in time. So
I was like, that'd be a really skilled person to catch that.
all right. So with that, does anybody else want to buy the healing potions since Eloise is broke?
How much are they?
100 gold for 3 of them each,
Oof.
and 200 gold for 2 of them each.
So if you buy 3, it's 300?
3 of the
Oh,
100, yeah.
Okay. Equipment. Yeah, I only have 15 gold.
Okay.
You know.
All right. Do you guys make it back to the hotel?
Yes.
Yeah. Do we
Since
need
you've
to
had somebody
checks
being
again?
pickpocketed, you guys going to be doing, give me some perception checks.
Yeah.
At advantage, because you're fine, because you put the
Oh,
rock pocket.
before we leave, are people like worried about that? Or do you want?
I'm sure you would have seen Heloise be like, "Where's my?" You know, you
Where my
probably
moolah?
like, "Where's my bag?" Because you went to buy something and then she
Yeah.
Where's my money, man?
If
Yeah.
you guys want me to hold on to some of your stuff, I've got room in my haversack.
I feel okay. I got an 18.
I had a
Okay.
17.
I got an 18.
Yeah. You catch one person who's maybe trying to pickpocket you, but besides that, you guys are pretty watchful the whole way back. And you guys are making it back to the inn. You're delivered keys to 4 rooms on the 2nd floor, all adjacent to each other, and you find sleep for the evening. And that's where we're going to end this evening's episode. When we get back, you will find yourself fully rested in the Missing Raven Inn and facing a new day.
Yay.
So, for those still watching, all 4 of you, just a reminder that we are still racing to 100 followers. For once we get to every iteration of 20 followers, we have giveaways to give. We appreciate you guys who are following and chatting. It's giving them dissonant whispers, which gives me disadvantage, which has already helped them a little bit. It gives them advantage. But, it's what we're doing. So we look forward to meeting you guys next week. If you want to watch me play instead of DM and watch Steven DM instead of play and watch Josh play instead of play, and watch Megan play instead of play, then you can check us out on Wednesday over on Gated Witch's channel here on Twitch, where we are working through at a very studious pace Waterdeep Dragon Heist.
Hey, we just checked a box.
We did. We
just
did just check a
completed
box, so
something,
you can check us out there on Wednesdays.
Yeah, it just so happens it's the box that would have been checked in like episode.
Fair. But no, we do appreciate you guys. Thank you for letting me be your host and your dungeon master this evening. I will see you on Tuesday when I do behind the scenes, and then again on Friday when we continue our adventure. Thanks so much and have a good night.